everybody, it's Jenny, and today I'm going to be sharing some cards I made using the April box of the month from Not Too Shabby. You can find product links in the description box below, as well as additional videos using this month's kit. So for my cards today, I'm going to be using the Sweet Bees and Hummingbird Flutters paper pads and the coordinating ephemera packs. And my plan is to use several of the pattern paper pieces to create some slimline cards. And to make the slimline panel, I am going to use a scallop die as well as a layering piece with some heart cutouts. So to get started, I'm going to flip through the Sweet Bees paper pad and pick out a couple different pattern papers. So I want all of my pattern papers to meet perfectly in the center, so I'm just going to line them up on the edges and then hold them all in place with some washi tape. Then I'm going to add my die on top and trace around it and then trim that out so I can run it through my die cut machine. Once I have my panel trimmed out, I can go ahead and start picking out my ephemera pieces. And once I have those pieces picked out, I'm going to just set that aside and start working on the Hummingbird Flutters collection. And I'm just going to do the same thing and pick out a few different pattern papers, except this time I'm going to make my layout a little different before I trim it out with my panel die. Next, I'm just going to hold everything in place with some low-tack tape and place my die on top and trace around it, and then go ahead and run that through my die cut machine. Next, I'm going to trim out the pattern paper underneath my polka dot piece so that all the pieces meet and lie flat. Then I'm going to hold all the pieces in place with some washi tape and go ahead and pick out my ephemera pieces for this card. scallop layering piece for each of these cards, I just picked out a plain piece of coordinating cardstock and trimmed that out. Next, I'm going to start gluing everything in place, and I decided to trim out the heart panels and some scrap cardstock just to give them an extra layer so that nothing shifted and they were a little sturdier so I could pop them up with some foam tape. Once all of my ephemera pieces are secured into place, I'm going to bring in some flat back pearls and rhinestones to add some additional embellishments. And here are my finished cards. I love how they turned out, and I like how it almost looks like a quilt with the different pattern papers, and I think it's a fun way to use your 6x6 paper pads on a Slimline card. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!